Hello, Diane again here. So why am I going live on my blog this time of night? Well, 'cause I'm up. I got a really good jump on my word count today. I'm sitting pretty at over 17,000 words, and today's par was 16,666. I think I've got something like, I don't know, 17,300 and some, but I don't remember exactly what, and I just looked at it too, which means I probably should go to bed. But, so I took a nap, because I wasn't feeling that great. And then I had to take my partner to work, so now I'm up. And I'll probably do some more writing. So, tonight I thought I would talk about banding together. And what I mean by this is that writers are encouraged by other writers. And it can be a very challenging thing to go this whole deal alone. One of the attractions of it is the fact that there are other people who are doing it as well. And the brand of crazy that is a writer is a particular brand of crazy that most of your friends and loved ones will not understand. Fortunately, other writers will. So there are lots of ways in which you can get together with other writers and encourage each other during NaNoWriMo. Nano provides a forum, for one thing, which is easily accessible, very user-friendly. Those of you who are familiar with old-style forums and message boards will recognize the format. Those of you who grew up on Facebook and Twitter will be a bit confused at first, and the technology will feel clunky, but it isn't. It's actually really, I think, the most efficient way to do it, in large part because sometimes you want to post large messages when you're talking to other writers. You might be exchanging excerpts back and forth. You never know what you're going to get into, right? So there's different forums. There's always a local forum. You can search for your local forum when you decide what your home region is. There'll be nearby local forums that you can also get involved in if you want to keep track of what they're doing. There's subject-based forums. For instance, say you're writing high fantasy, there is a fantasy forum, right? If you're writing, I don't know, LGBTQ, right? There's an LGBTQ forum. And it doesn't matter what the declared genre of your book is either. You can get involved in any forum. Nobody minds. There's a forum for procrastination. There's a forum for new writers to Nano to be coached by people who've been doing Nano for a while. You can find all kinds of help right there. Okay, so if forums aren't your style, another way you can make use of the available stuff that is provided by Nano in your local area is by connecting with other local writers who are doing Nano. And one of the things that they will do is they will list events, especially write-ins or and what a write-in is, that's where you get together and you all write. So often your public library will be a support group for this. When the local Nano group started out, it was a subset of the BC everywhere else that wasn't Vancouver group was, and they met in a coffee shop. And now it's the Okanagan has its own regional forum, and the Okanagan Regional Library, which is a multi-branch connected interchangeable library service between all kinds of different little towns in the Okanagan, are very supportive, and they provide their meeting rooms for us to meet, and they're usually really, they're really helpful. They get the word out. When we did the kickoff event in Kelowna, the Kelowna Library had books that we might want to take out that were related to the craft of writing. They got involved in the games that we were doing. It was cool. So that's another thing that you can do. Find your local write-ins and get involved in those. And I think they're excellent because it can be very helpful to know that there are other crazy people just like you that live nearby you. If you can't do that, you can get together with a friend in a coffee shop and do your own write-in. And as far as social media goes, there are vast conspiracies of communities all over Facebook and Twitter. Writer Twitter, in particular, is awesome. There are two Twitter accounts that you might want to follow. There's NaNoWriMo and there's NaNoWriMo. And they are, I don't know, like I said, I don't follow the WordSprint account, but I will occasionally go in and check in on it, just because it has very frequent notifications while you're in the middle of Nano. But it can be helpful if you do decide you want to do a WordSprint. And the NaNoWriMo main account has coaches who give advice to Nano participants who run pretty much around the clock wherever you are in the world. There are also WordSprints available around the clock wherever you are. So, hashtags that are useful to writers on Twitter who are doing Nano: hashtag NaNoWriMo, hashtag author confession, hashtag WIP truth or dare, and hashtag spec women chat if you are into writing speculative fiction and you happen to identify as female. So there is a list of ways that you can connect with other crazy people just like you. And with that, I'm going to call it a night. And I will talk to you guys again tomorrow. I should finish my first story tomorrow. Bye.